In 1829, the massive stone walls of Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia rose into the sky, designed to house the worst criminals of the time. Its harsh methods of solitary confinement and inhumane punishments were meant to break the spirit of its inmates. But long after its closure in 1971, something remained behind, something far more terrifying than the prisoners it once held. Eastern State Penitentiary was no ordinary prison. It pioneered solitary confinement as a form of punishment, believing that isolation would lead inmates to penitence. But instead, it drove many prisoners to madness. Inmates endured brutal conditions. The silence was crushing, and the only sounds they ever heard were their own footsteps or the scraping of metal as their food trays slid through the door. But as the years passed, something began to change. After the prison closed in 1971, strange noises, mysterious footsteps, and ghostly apparitions began to emerge from the darkness. The most infamous haunting is said to take place in cell block 12, where the disembodied sounds of screaming, whispering, and the clanging of cell doors have been frequently reported. Visitors claim to see shadowy figures darting through the hallways, only to vanish before their eyes. One of the most chilling stories comes from a former guard who reported seeing a spectral figure standing in the middle of the corridor, only to dissolve into thin air. Paranormal investigators who visit Eastern State frequently capture unexplainable phenomena, from disembodied voices to mysterious orbs of light. Eastern State Penitentiary has drawn the attention of paranormal investigators from all over the world. Thermal cameras, EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, and other devices have captured chilling evidence of the hauntings. One investigator described a feeling of being watched from the dark corners of the prison, followed by an icy touch that chilled him to the bone. But the most unsettling stories are those of prisoners who, even after death, seem unable to leave the prison walls. Some believe that the spirits of the inmates are trapped in Eastern State, forever reliving their torture, their anger and pain echoing through time. Eastern State Penitentiary, once a symbol of punishment and penance, is now a monument to the souls who cannot rest. Their stories live on, in the flickering lights, the whispers in the dark, and the cold, empty halls. And for those who dare to visit, the question remains, what haunts these walls? The tortured souls of the past, or something even darker?